Hi, I'm Will. I'm one of the chef de cuisines at 5 and 10. I'm here to show you how to prepare your meal kits this week. You can order them online at our website, 5and10.com, through our to-go section and pick them up at the restaurant. This week in the meal kits, you will receive a Caesar salad made with Little Jim lettuces from Woodland Gardens, butternut squash with Calabrian chilies and pine nuts, a piece of cornbread with honey butter and fennel pollen, your choice of a whole roasted Cornish hen with leek bread pudding and salsa verde, a pork chop with potatoes au gratin and sauce Robert, or a classic bolognese with pappardelle pasta. Every meal kit will also include a chocolate nemesis with vanilla ice cream, candied dark chocolate, and cherry syrup for dessert. This is our cast iron cornbread. It's made from Dayspring Farms cornmeal, a really great little farm out in Winder. Really great people. We have cooked them in really cute little cast iron dishes. So they'll be just like a really nice, crispy bottom and fluffy top. It's served with honey butter and that has been sprinkled with fennel pollen. So we've got our oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Not going to want to warm that one. We're just going to put it in the oven and just let it warm up for about 3 minutes. This is the butternut squash. We've scored it a little bit to get the seasoning down in there and make it cook a little bit more evenly. It's already cooked through, so we're really just warming it and putting a little color on the top. This is a mixture of toasted pine nuts, Calabrian chilies, and some champagne vinegar that we'll use to dress it after it comes out of the oven. Oven is at 350 degrees. We're just going to roast it for about 20 minutes or until we just see the top of this start to brown. So don't be afraid that this is coming in a bag. We've used this to cook it through. We're going to take it out of the bag and sear it. At the same time, we have potatoes au gratin, which is one of my favorite potato preparations for special occasions. I usually make it around the holiday for my mom. She really loves it. This one is made with Parmesan and cheddar cheese. A really nice big hunk for 2 people. Really delicious. So, to prepare our pork chop for searing, I'm going to open the bag, remove our pork chop onto paper towels, take another couple paper towels and just pat it dry. Over here I have a saute pan on medium-high heat and a little bit of canola oil. Just going to put a little bit in the pan to prevent sticking and encourage caramelization. If it's wet, it's not going to get a nice crust on it, so we really want to make sure that we get a lot of that moisture off. So the gratin is going to take about 20 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get that in the oven right now so that we know that it's warmed through when our pork chop is seared and rested. Once we get our pan up to the correct temperature, it's when our oil is shimmering and moving around the pan like water, we'll drop our pork chop. In the meantime, over low heat, I have a 2-ounce container of sauce Robert, which is jus that is flavored with Dijon mustard. It's pretty thick, so I'm going to use a spoon to get it out and make sure that I get it all. Once again, low heat. We just want to warm it up. We don't want to cook it or let it reduce anymore. On this oven range, I'm actually going to turn the heat up a little bit. You can see little wisps of smoke, and that's a good sign. When we drop this pan is going to cool down a lot, so we actually want the heat up a little bit higher than what we actually want to cook it at. If you're not sure, you can always take a little drop of water on your finger and flick it in there, and if it pops and immediately dissipates, you're ready. So, I'm drop my pork chop, turn the heat down just a little bit. Using my fingertips, I'm just going to press around to make sure that we get a nice even sear. And you'll actually be able to feel a little bubbling on the other side through the pork chop. And that is water leaving the chop. And that's what's going to create our nice golden brown sear. We're going to let this go for just a couple minutes on this side. It's okay to pick it up and check it. So the more you do that, the more likely you are to not get the product that you're really looking for. Should only take a few minutes on each side. Like I said, this is already cooked through, so we're not trying to cook it anymore. Should be nice medium temperature on the inside already. Dial the heat back to medium so that we don't get any scorching in our pan. It's really not fun to have to scrub that out. Everybody knows that the least fun part of cooking is doing dishes, but yeah, it's pretty good. You can see our sauce is now melted and steaming. Going to turn our heat as low as it'll go just to keep it warm. Move the oil around the pan a little bit just to make sure we have lubrication underneath. It's going to help with the color. And once that is achieved, just going to move it to a tray to rest. Cut off our heat. And once our gratin is warmed up, we're ready to plate. Alright, so we have our potatoes au gratin that have been warmed. I've got them on the plate here. And our rested pork chop. So we just want to take this off the bone. The bone actually extends right to about there. We're going to make a cut there, remove the bone, and slice across so we get a little bit of this fat cap in every bite. A really nice cross section. Just a little bit. I like to serve it with a bone. I like to gnaw on the bone afterwards. Then we'll take it to the table and sauce it. In our Caesar salad box, we have these beautiful lettuces from Woodland Gardens. They're called Little Gems. They're pretty much just baby romaine, and a little bit sweeter than a full-grown varietal. There's 2 heads for you, cut in half. I'm gonna grab just a little bit of salt. Just a pinch. Have our Caesar salad dressing in this little 2-cup container. Onto our lettuce in our mixing bowl. And then just going to gently toss it. We don't want to break up the lettuces. Want to make sure that things are nice and evenly coated. So I'm kind of just folding it over on itself. So we're pretty well coated. Just going to arrange these on our plate. Move our mixing bowl. Take my gloves off. I'm just gonna sprinkle it with our Parmesan cheese. some tiny little crispy pieces of bacon. I'm going to sprinkle over the top, all around. And we also have some garlic croutons made from Independent sourdough. I'm just going to place these around the plate. Do this a little bit ahead of time. Not too far ahead because we don't want the lettuce to wilt. And we'll take this to the table. Alright, and opening up the box for our nemesis. We have this dark chocolate crumble, some cherry syrup, and a piece of nemesis that has been dusted in cocoa powder. I'm just going to very gently pick this up and put it on the plate. Open this up. And just kind of get it out there. Just going to make a nice little bed for our ice cream to sit on. This is some of our house-made vanilla ice cream. It's really, really delicious. Got an ice cream scoop, because I have one, and a bath of warm water. I'll make it just easier to scoop. Put that right there. Drizzle it with cherry syrup. That's it.